From Shenandoah, from Page County, from KMAland, this is KMA News Headlines. Good afternoon, I'm Mike Peterson with the latest from the KMA Newsroom on this Wednesday afternoon. May 21st, 2024 dawned as a normal day in Greenfield. It ended in carnage. Wednesday marked the one-year anniversary of an EF4 tornado that tore through the community, killing 4 people and injuring 35 others. Dozens of houses and businesses were destroyed or damaged. Stacy Eshelman is Executive Director of the Greenfield Chamber of Commerce. Speaking on KMA's Morning Line program this morning, Eshelman says about 170 homes and approximately 40 rental units in Greenfield were destroyed. Eshelman says some rebuilding continues in the community.
Only about 100 building permits have been filed, which, we feel like that's a great accomplishment, but at the same time, we have a long ways to go to fully being back to where we were, and we already had a shortage.
Now, bells in Greenfield are scheduled to toll at 3:42 this afternoon, marking the exact moment 1 year ago that the tornado hit the community. You can hear the full interview with Stacy Eshelman with the web story at KMAland.com, as well as on our Morning Line page. Elsewhere, Stanton School District is the latest in KMAland to adopt a 4-day school week. At a special meeting late Tuesday afternoon, the Stanton School Board approved the district's 2025-26 calendar, which includes a switch to the 4-day week. Under the calendar, students will attend classes Tuesdays through Fridays with all but 4 Mondays off. Board members took action following at least one public meeting held in March to gather feedback and surveys sent to parents regarding the proposed switch. In a March interview with KMA News, Stanton School Superintendent David Goot cited instructor recruitment as the main reason for shifting to a shorter school week. One of KMAland's veteran school administrators is down to his final weeks in his education career. Residents, students, and staff at the Essex School District held a retirement celebration yesterday for outgoing Superintendent Dr. Mike Wells. Wells announced last November he was retiring after more than 30 years in education, including the last 10 as Hamburg superintendent and the last 5 as a shared superintendent. Wells tells KMA News he appreciated the turnout at the reception held in the Essex School Commons. Wells says it's the students he'll miss the most about his job. Greg Cruikshank, a former superintendent in the Sydney and South Page districts, succeeds Wells July 1st. And State Senator Tom Shipley believes litigation against the state of Iowa is imminent following the recent passage of new standards on carbon pipeline projects. Shipley joined fellow KMAland state senators Mark Costello and Dan Dawson in voting against a measure restricting uses of eminent domain for carbon pipelines. Approved by a 27-22 vote in the Iowa Senate last week, the bill contains no outright ban on using eminent domain on such projects. However, it modifies the definition of a common carrier, increases insurance requirements, sets requirements for Iowa Utilities Commission to attend hearings and informal meetings, and expands who can intervene in IUC proceedings. On a recent edition of KMA's Morning Line program, Shipley says he supported the bill's first version, which would have prohibited eminent domain for Phase 2 of Summit Carbon Solutions' proposed Midwest Express pipeline project. Shipley declined speculation on whether Governor Kim Reynolds would sign or veto the bill. KMA on-track weather, mostly sunny this afternoon, but cool. Highs only in the upper 60s. Tonight, mostly clear, lows in the low 40s. More news at 5:05 and 6:05 this evening and online at KMAland.com. For KMA News, I'm Mike Peterson. So long, my friend.